there. Do you want to start your own TV show or broadcast your business to a TV network? Well, this live stream will enlighten you on how to leverage broadcast media and take your business to the next level. Sit tight, grab a drink, and we'll be back right after this, okay? Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another intriguing and innovative series called Entrepreneur Series. And I'm your host, Connie. Welcome. If this is your first time joining us, make sure you click that subscribe button because we are live on YouTube right now. And if you don't know we have a YouTube channel, make sure you go check us out. We're on YouTube at Venttimewithconnie podcast. So make sure you go subscribe, click that subscribe button, like, share, and click the notification bell button so you can get notified each time we go live. And if you're watching us on Facebook, click the share button somewhere down below so your friends can join in in the fun that we're about to have right now. So go ahead, share this in your page, or you can create a watch party so those people will join in. So it won't just be only you enjoying this live stream, okay? Because we're about to have a good time. So how is everyone doing? Please, if you're watching right now, I would like to know where you're watching from, what state, what city, what country. Please let us know in the comment section where you're watching from so I can shout you out. If you're in Texas, Georgia, Nigeria, wherever it is, please comment down below. And I also want to know how you're doing, how you feeling today, okay? If you're blessed, please type in I'm blessed in the comment section. Please do so I can shout you out. Type in I'm blessed. You should be blessed if you're awake today. If you're alive, because I always know this, when there's life, there is hope. So make sure you comment down below if you're doing well, if you are okay, if your health is good, if your family is good, your children are good, your spouse is good. So make sure you let me know down below in the comment section. Okay. So while we wait for you guys to comment, I'm gonna go ahead, commit this live stream to God Almighty, because you know how we do it, because God Almighty is the maker and finisher of our lives. So what would be the Bible verse of today? The Bible verse of today would be from Psalm 37:23-24, and I read. Give me a second if I figure that out. Okay, and I read, the steps of a man are established by the Lord, where he delights in his way. Though he may fall, he shall not be cast headlong, for the Lord upholds his hand. Amen, sister. Amen, brother. Guys, when you delight in the Lord, the joy it brings is out of this world. Can we even talk about the benefit it brings? Oh Lord, the are unlimited. Okay, we can't even count the benefit. And God says He will guard you and protect you no matter how many times you fall. Okay, if only you believe in Him, though. And all I know is, as a children of God, we will always win regardless. Okay, we will always win no matter what situation it is. Okay, so I see people from Houston. Oh, shout out to you. Hi, Miss Angela. Shout out to you. Okay. I see people. I'm blessed. That's good. That's good. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. Guys, please let me know where you're watching from. Okay. And so I can shout you out. So let me know what city, what state, what country you're watching from so I can shout you out. Okay. I would like that. Okay, guys. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the topic of today, which is broadcast marketing. So, what is this entrepreneur series is all about? First, let me explain what this live stream is all about. The entrepreneur series is a safe place, or should be a safe place, for us to discover different ways to make money. For example, starting a new business that can yield a profitable revenue. Think of this as a fresh start to a brighter future for you and your family. This series will be streaming weekly on Saturday at 2:30 p.m. We are one episode away from this series coming to an end. So guys, enjoy it while it lasts. Okay, so this series will be streaming every Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you check what time that will be on your zone, on your time zone, whatever state or country that you are in. Eventually, I will convert this live stream to a podcast and release it on Sunday at 3 p.m. So for those that can, that can't make it today, because of work or whatever it might be, don't worry, I got you. Tomorrow you'll be hearing the audio version of it on a podcast, on my podcast, Ventime with Connie podcast. So guys, always expect guests that are expertise on the individual field coming to this show to share some of their wisdom and knowledge, and in turn educate us on how to run a successful business. Okay, remember to ask questions throughout this live stream. Do not be afraid to ask any question, because we welcome all questions, all feedback, all concern. Go ahead and let it know down the comment section below. We would like to hear from you guys. Okay, and because I want this live stream to be very engaging, I just don't want me and my guests only talking. We want to hear from you guys as well too. Okay guys, before we go move on, let me see what the comment section, what people are saying. Okay. I see, hey Connie. Oh, from Maryland. Hi, Rage. Oh, that's Lady Mo in the building. Hi, Lady Mo. She do have a podcast. Her podcast name is please let us know your podcast name, Lady Mo, down below the comment section so we can shout you out. Okay. Hi, Lady Mo. Thank you so much for joining me today, joining us today. I appreciate you. Okay, guys. Okay, what is the topic of today all about? Well, I will let you guys know when I bring in my guest today, because my guest today is he knows a lot about this topic. So he is the founder and CEO of Toliver Enterprises Company, which oversees Toliver TV Network, which is a streaming on-demand distribution platform built for show creation, and is a broadcasting system. Toliver TV Network is designed to help business reach their optimal clientele, broadcasting on Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and our streaming services link up to all the top tier social media platforms. He is also the owner of an online marketing school and teaches individuals how to market their products and services on top tier social media platform. He coaches small business owners on how to expand their business, have a greater impact, and make more money through his program called Elevate. Moreover, he's an author and he published books and ebooks too as well on marketing and other topics. Without wasting any time, let's welcome Maxwell D. Toliver. Hi, Mr. Max. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be here with you.
That's good. I'm happy to have you today, and I'm sure our audience are happy to hear from you and see what you had, what some of the information you will share with us today. But before we begin, I want to shout out some people that are commenting down below. We have
definitely.
Lady Mo. Yeah. She okay, the book, she Blossom for Purpose with Rach. Okay, guys, make sure you check it out. That's a book that she released, Blossom for Purpose. Go check it out, guys. Okay. Okay. I can add myself back. Got you. We'll be having some technical issues. Okay. How are you doing today? Like, how is your Saturday going?
Mine is going really well. It's just the beginning of the day for me over here in Arizona, so it's going to be a good day, I think.
Oh, okay. So you're in Arizona right now. How is the
Yes,
weather?
ma'am. The weather here is hot and hot. It's hot because it's over 100 degrees, and it's hot because we have a lot of fires around. You know, the
Wow. Oh,
California,
yeah.
Oregon, and Arizona is having a lot of fires
Yes.
right now. So,
Wow. So I hope your family is safe. You are safe too, right?
yes, the fires are miles away, thank God.
Okay, that's good. Thank God for that. So your motto or slogan, I would say, is own your stuff. Why is that? Why do you pick that motto? Tell us about it.
Well, it's really simple. The person that I look up to, or the people I look up to, that's what they do. They own everything that they touch. Uh, so my biggest mentor is Tyler Perry, and that's what he talks about all the time: owning your stuff. Um,
Yes.
Jay-Z talks about that. Ice Cube talks about that. That's what they do. They own everything that they touch. So when I looked at becoming an entrepreneur, that was my main focus. I need to own everything that I touch.
Yes. Yes. I mean, we have to. Like I own what the podcast that I do because I'm very
Right.
proud of it, and I'm sure you're proud of your network too, your TV network. So whatever we are decided to do, venturing, you need to make sure you own it. Okay, you put your all in it. So thank you
Yes.
for explaining that to us. So our topic today is broadcasting marketing. The broadcast we will be talking about is the delivery of audio or video content to a discrete audience via television or radio. Our guest today, Maxwell, you are the CEO of Toliver TV Network. So you are an expert in this field. So first I have to ask, did you study IT engineer or anything related to television while in school?
No, no, not at all. As a matter of fact, I'm a retired social worker, and
Wow.
I did social work and a little bit of entrepreneur work while I was growing up. I'm originally from New York City, and in New York, everybody does a little bit of everything in New York, and so as I was feeling my way through the entrepreneur system and understanding how to work a business, I was also doing social work. And when I moved here to Arizona, I kind of dropped the social work, and now I am doing the well entrepreneurship. Because I
Wow.
do, as you read in my bio, I do many things, and they all lead to one thing, though. It's just helping other people, helping their businesses grow.
Oh, okay. I asked that because I wanted to know why the interest in TV network. Basically, how did you arrive to that decision to start a
Oh
TV
my,
network?
oh my, that was um, that was by happenstance. And what I mean by that is,
Wow.
being an entrepreneur, I was always looking for something that I could do that I would actually own. I got tired of pushing everybody else's products. They would change the product, change the color, change the size, change the price, and it drove me crazy to not be in control. I've been in multi-level marketing. I did that for like 30 years. Uh, you know, it's just there's a whole lot of things that are out of your control, and I wanted something that was in my control. So I joined this group. Um, a lot of you probably most people haven't really heard of them or not think of them in terms of business, but I joined the incubator group. I don't know if that's
Oh, wow.
familiar to anybody.
I don't think I've heard about that.
Okay, incubator group is in for business. It's or online business incubator. There's many different types of incubator groups. What it is that
Okay.
these are a group of people who they don't concern themselves with right now too much. They look at what's in the market right now, but they look to the future, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road. And they
Wow.
develop products and services for that time period. Well, I'm part of two of those groups, and I was in one group, and this gentleman, it was all virtual by then because COVID-19 had actually hit. And we were in the group, and there was a webinar, and this man said, well, he's a programmer, and all he does is programming. He said, I
Yeah.
developed a way for anybody to be on TV. And I was asking a lot of questions about it. And he said, yeah, if you use my system, you can just plug into the TV system. And so and asking him more questions, I was like, so if I purchase it from you, then I own it. And he says, yeah, you can have it. That's what I do. I develop stuff and I sell it. And I purchased the system from him. And then after I understood a little bit about what he actually had, I went and found some tech guys in the same group who helped me out with developing the system even further. So now I have a system that very few people around the world can have. I didn't buy the sole rights. I only bought, the rights to purchase it from him. So as far as competition goes, I have about 3,000 people around the world who can do what I do. And that's pretty much it.
Wow.
So that's how I got into the TV network
TV.
thing. It was just happenstance, being in the right place at the right time.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. That's such a unique story, you know. Wow. Okay, that's good to know. So you own, like you say, you own a TV network. So you will know this, you know this that I'm about to ask now. For someone that is interested in creating a TV show, how can how can they accomplish that goal? Like basically, what are the initial steps? You can feel free to share some of your experience as well.
Okay. Well, creating your own show uh, really just takes a little bit of thought, not a whole lot. Uh, when once I purchased the network, I had to figure out how am I going to get people to, get on here. And because most of us, we think of TV, we think of movies and sitcoms. And so, there's other things. There's teaching, there's cooking networks that teach, and there's other programs and topics that teach. So I had to figure out that one interesting question: how to create your own TV show. And so it's not that hard. You just have to think a little bit. So my example I like to use, because it's a real easy one, is if you're an author and you've written a book, every book has chapters. So if you've written a book and you have all these chapters in your book, you have subchapters. So a person who is an author can actually go online like we are now and talk about their book subchapter by subchapter, and each of those would be an episode, and that would be a TV show. And they can have people
Wow.
literally, see them on TV talking about their book, reading part of their book, discussing it, giving the people the backstory and what their vision is and how they see their book going, and then they can tell people how to get their book. And then those who are listening and watching them on TV would literally be able to go to their website and get their book. And that was the easiest example I can give of how to create a show. In today's world, everything is so virtual now because we can't go anywhere. So people can just get on a webinar system, whichever one they want to use, sit in front of their computer and start talking. And that would be a show right now. Somebody I follow all the time, Trevor Noah, the comedian, he's on the Daily Show and he's on TV all the time. And all he does is sit in front of the camera and talk. So that's a TV show now. So in a way, when COVID-19 hit, it messed up my whole entire system. I had all these different shows planned, and then they all went away because we couldn't go anywhere. So it caused me to think and to come up with an answer for this question: how do we develop a show? And so now we know that you can just sit in front of a camera and, say what you got to say, and that can be an actual show these days.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anybody can create a show now.
Wow. I mean, you say it sounds so easy when you explain it, but but I'm sure it's not always that easy. But how do you get plugged in? Let's say you see in a computer, you record yourself or whatever, but how do you actually get it to actually be on TV? I think that's what
Oh,
most
that's a
people
good
don't know
question.
how to do.
That's a good question. Well, you come to my website, and my website is automated. So once I get you set up, you just, every time you do a recording, you just go to your back office and plug it in, and it's up and running.
Wow.
It is really that simple these days. That's why I love about the program and the system that I have now. Those specialist web developers and coders that I hired, they've made the system so simple. You can literally go into your back office, sign in, upload your video, hit enter, and it's on TV.
Wow. That easy. Wow, that's fantastic. That's awesome. But I really love our conversation right now. But I have to digress a little bit. Guys, if you're
Okay,
tuning in, we are still talking about welcome to Venta with Connie podcast live stream. We are talking about broadcasting marketing with my guest, Maxwell Toliver. Please feel free to pitch in your feedback on the comment section below. Let us know what you are thinking. If you have any question, let us know. Okay. Let me check the comment section and see what people are saying. Okay, we have Miss Angela say, I believe that it's all about determination. Yes, she's basically adding to what you said before. And we have Mr. Gilbert Okafor Sr. That's actually my father-in-law saying he's from Houston. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, I think we have Rachel did say that the Blossom for Purpose is actually a podcast. So make sure you go check her out. And she's in all listening platform. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, okay, and joining us on this live show. So going back to our discussion, I'm learning a lot from you, from your experience so far, and I'm sure my audience are engrossed as I am on this topic. So you mentioned in your bio that you coach small business owners on how to expand their business, okay? And
correct.
of course, through broadcast marketing. What is the one thing that you do better than your competitors?
That is a very good question. Uh, to single out one thing is a little difficult, but what I do better than my competitors, um, I'm probably the only one that actually focuses on small businesses. Everybody else is looking for the big guns, trying to make a whole lot of money with, contacting Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 companies. I focus on the little person, the entrepreneur, the small business owner. And the reason why is because, well, real simple, they don't have a voice. So my goal is to give them that voice, to give them that opportunity to be on TV and to have the look and feel of a big business. And of course, by them doing that, they will become a big business. Uh, and to that
Wow,
end,
that's
I
beautiful.
had to. I'm sorry.
No, I said that's awesome. Go ahead.
Well, I was saying that to that end, I had to actually narrow down my focus even more, because there's a lot of small businesses out there, and I figured that the best thing I could do is to find, as as you alluded to before, is to find the least of them, those who really don't have a voice, and help them. Because uh, if I can do that, I know that I'll be also taken care of. And so I try to find the group that's big enough so that I can feed my family, but also a group that is looking forward and trying to move forward, but they're struggling. They're having a hard time to do that. So I turned my whole entire business around. Everything that I do, I turned it around to focus on just this small group of people who are who are trying to make it, but there's a glass ceiling there, and they're just banging up against it, and they're trying to push past it. So I changed my every business I have, I changed that around to fit just that group.
Wow, that's beautiful what you're doing. Giving voice to the voiceless, because the small business owners, I mean, they get intimidated quickly because a lot of this big business, will scare them. It's like, oh my God, I don't know if I will ever get to that top. But having people like you that will create this platform that help them, go grow their business, no matter how small it is or how little they might think they are, but you giving them that voice to also let them know, like a encouragement that they too can do it. They too can
Yes,
get on the top someday. Because those top TV shows or top business owners, they started from somewhere. They started from the ground. So we had
exactly.
to, look up to that. So thank you for giving, hope to people that are thriving for the best. So I really love that.
Thank you.
No problem. So fantastic. Awesome. Apparently, you love what you do and you are passionate about it too. So I'm sure you have a lot of plans for your network. But in a nutshell, what are the three main goals that you are trying to accomplish with your network, and how long have you been trying to reach these goals?
Well, I've had the network now for about, well, just over a year. So it hasn't been a
Wow.
long time at all. Actually, I guess I can be classified as a startup because I'm still just under 2 years. Um, the goals that I have are to reach my target audience and have them hear a message that they can understand. That's a hard thing to do. That's what
Yes.
everybody talks about that. And then the second goal is to make sure that I elevate these small businesses to levels that are currently in their minds untouchable.
Yes.
And that's a tricky thing because everybody has in their mind what the ultimate goal is. And so it's my job to pull that out of them, find out what their ultimate goal is, and get them past the statement of, I just want to make a lot of money. Okay, how much? What's your ultimate, where you want to see yourself in 5 years? Because now with the network and the things that I can do in the network, I can actually help you get there. And so, and then of course, my goal, of course, is to join them and become a 7-figure, 8-figure business owner myself.
Wow. Oh, okay. That's such a great plan. Oh, wow. So basically, if you're a small business owner working with you, I mean, in general, you have to exercise some patience. You have to think deep what you are doing. And like you asking them about your 5-year plan, that's something as a business owner that you should think about,
Yes,
so you can, project, I mean, there's no way you can always project the future, but at least plan to it,
right.
so that's good. That's good.
The problem that people
We
have is that when they tell you to, project into the future, think about your 5-year plan. It's
Mhm.
a wish, it's a goal, it's unattainable. It's just there, and it's not reachable in most people's mind. Yeah, I want to make it. I want to make it. Yes. But when you ask them how you're going to get there, is it possible? Well, maybe, kind of, sort of. Yeah, they don't know because, excuse me, they don't know because there is that glass ceiling.
Yes.
And so, with a network, the way that we have it now, there's no glass ceiling because you can get past everybody and anybody that was trying to stop you.
Mhm.
Including
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
and
Because
yourself is
some people
probably
will
the
do.
biggest person that's trying to stop you. You can
Yeah.
bypass yourself just by signing up, getting started, and doing a little bit of work that you have to do anyway because you have to market your business.
Yes, you have to. You have to. I'm glad you you pointed out about um that person that's stopping you might being yourself, because sometimes people can get in their head, and
Yeah.
that's why most people don't start something that they dreamt of, because of they will just doubt themselves. They will just, it's called was it self what, I can't even speak English right now, but basically just basically picking on themselves, and making themselves feel bad, telling themselves that they can't do it. I will never be that big company. I will never achieve this. So making
Yes, that's
sure
self-talk.
that person that, yes, making sure that person that is stopping you from doing that is not yourself, because that's the worst
Yes.
place to be in, trust me. So so yeah, we do have some question. Let's go ahead and see. um they ask about, please, what do you mean by having a voice? I think they're talking about when you say you give people that don't people a voice, like small business a voice. I think that's what they were asking. What do you mean by that?
Okay. When a small business owner is looking to get the word out about their products, that's the easy part. You can market on social media and sell your products. But there's another part of marketing or advertising that the small business owner doesn't even bother to think about because in the past it wasn't possible to even address. And that is your brand. to get your brand out there, to get your brand to be noticed, to be seen, to be on top of the mind awareness of people knowing your brand. That requires advertising at a whole different level than what you can do on social media. Because on social media, to advertise and to market your brand would be almost a waste of money, because you're not making any sales when you market your brand. You know, you're
Yes.
building the name. You're not building a product or selling the product. You're building the name, and to bring it so that people really can see what I'm talking about. You're not. I'm not selling a channel on TV. That's marketing. You know, that's marketing when I'm selling a channel on TV. It's a physical thing that people can purchase. But when I am advertising my my brand, Toliver TV Network, I'm not. There's no purchase there. It's, hey, if you want to know about my products, the products that I have, the things that I can do, or the people that I touch, you got to know about my brand. So you see people on Facebook and everything, and you'll see a brand advertisement every now and then. Um, Geico does brand advertising. They don't necessarily talk about a product, and you know, individual products. They tell you they do home, they do auto, they do motorcycles, but it's their brand that they're talking about, and that's the voice that small businesses don't have. Now you can
Okay.
have that voice. You can market your brand or advertise your brand on TV. You know, um, uh, 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 um, I'm sorry. Vent time with Connie is a
Yes.
brand. You
Yes.
know, your show is your show. You can have, like you said, there's different variations of your show, but Vent Time with Connie is the brand. So when you go on TV, you don't want to market just your show. You want people to see all of what you do, and where to go to see all of what you do. So that's a brand marketing. That's what small businesses can't do until now, because now they can have a commercial on TV that just talks about their brand, and then they can have other commercials on TV that talks about a product or two that they want to put out there. And that's a big distinction. It's something that the big companies can do. Those with big bucks can do. They can market their brand, and then they can also market a product or two, and they make tons of money doing that. But the small business, they only get to market a product or two or three or four, but they never can market their brand, because it's a waste of money for them, because they can't get the visibility, the notoriety that they need. TV offers you that opportunity to be the celebrity in your niche, to be the brand expert. It People look at TV and they go, "You." There's a thing that happens in their mind. They say, "You must be the expert in your niche. You must be the person to go to in your niche, because only experts and only people that know what they're doing can go on TV." And that's the mentality that we all have. So when you're seen on TV, when your brand is seen on TV, they go, "Oh, a new brand popped up." It's how you get on the talk shows, by marketing your brand, because then they want to know who's the owner of the brand. They don't care about you. They want to know about that brand, because the brand brings a certain level of excellence, a certain level of power, and a certain level of authority uh, with it. And so the small business can't do that. They don't have that. They haven't had, excuse me, they haven't had that opportunity to push that hard on their brand until now.
Wow. Okay. That's good. Good. Good
Sorry, I
question.
feel like I was preaching.
No, 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 no. You good. We learned a lot. We're learning a lot from you. But they have more questions. But let's go ahead to the conversation. Then we will come back to the questions in the comment section. So,
All
guys,
right.
if you're just joining us, we are still here. Welcome to Ventam with Connie podcast live show. We are still talking about broadcasting marketing. Please feel free to pitch in your feedback or questions to the comment section. We'll be addressing them pretty soon. Okay. So going back to our discussion, Maxwell, Max, great conversation so far. Broadcast marketing is expensive. For some people, before you even start describing, just uploading it and everything, when people think about this, the broadcast marketing, they think of it as very expensive. And any business owner should do their research before even investing on that. So how often should a small business owner run ads? Basically, how many times does a new customer needs to see advertising message before they make a decision? Because you talk about giving voice to the small business owners by them actually broadcasting their brands so people would know about their brands, and then eventually to their products. So how many times do they have to do that, run the ad before people can actually, like, new customers will make a decision on buying the product?
Well, that's also a good question. My answer would be, how many times have you seen Geico commercials? Because they're everywhere. They're always advertising. They're on as many shows as they can possibly be on. They're on social media. They're on, when you play games, Geico commercials show up. So,
Yes.
so marketing your product may be a strategic move to find your niche market, to find those people that will purchase your product. Marketing your brand is about getting it out there to so many people. Your niche market, yes, but the more people see your brand, the more people that constantly see your brand, the more that your brand becomes aware. They become aware of your brand. So one day when they see a commercial about a product and your brand, your logo is on the corner of the advertisement, then they, oh yeah, I remember that. I saw that before. I saw
Mhm.
people talking about that brand. Let me see what the product is. See, and then that's what you want. So how much, how often? As often, I think, as you can afford. I'd like to tell people that, like, one of the things we're offering now is, um, we offer. I'm trying not to get ahead to what I'm offering, but the goal is to get your brand out there as often as possible. Get your product seen by as many people as possible. Your product being your brand. So it's how often and how many is the question. So if you can get your product seen, your brand seen by 20,000 people, and your brand says, I do X, Y, and Z, and here's my logo, and this is what I do. 20,000 people may turn around. Out of 20,000 people, you're going to get a good portion that will turn around and check out your brand. They want to know what it is you actually sell. Vent Time with Connie, podcast. And so they see the podcast where oh, it's a podcast. Okay, let me see what Connie's talking about. See, you didn't market what your topic is. You market your brand. Vent Time with Connie. So they know that it's a podcast. Now let's go see what kind of podcast she does. And that's the beauty of being on TV. You can do that. How often? As often as it takes them to start getting results. Unfortunately, that's the
Yes.
bad part about marketing and advertising. You have to constantly be out there, out there, out there, out there, out there, out there, out there. They say 5 to 7 times for somebody to actually see your brand before they actually think about your products. When you market a product, it's 3 or 4 times before they actually purchase it. So if you put those two together, it's a lot of marketing you have to do. Um, so you mentioned it being expensive. It is. It can be. Uh, and that's what I was alluding to before in the beginning of our conversation. Um, my competitors aim for the big guys. Because why? Because they can make a lot of money. And I have parts of my business that I am aiming for the big guys. I'm talking to sports teams now to get them on streaming TV. And with that comes advertisement that will be, cost a lot of money to be on. But my main focus is the small business. So how does a small business person afford to be on TV? And as they say with the cliffhangers, that will leave for the promotional time.
Yes. Wow. So I hear you have to market a lot, basically. You have to keep putting your name out there. And
Yes.
hopefully, and your company do help. I'm sure we will talk about this in very soon. But your company do help these small business owners, like educating them, like some of the expectations, based on the previous people, so they will exercise some patience, because it seems like you will require a lot of patience for these things. Because the first time that you advertised, there's no really that much results that you get. Is that usually the case?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So
I would say 99% of the time.
wow.
You may advertise and nothing happened. Um, and I'll give you a really good example. Has
Okay.
nothing to do with TV, has to do with radio. Out here in Arizona, there is a carpet cleaning company called Zero Res. I'm just throwing all these names out there. This carpet cleaning company is called Zero Res. They were on a popular radio station, about a year and a half ago, and they were on that radio station every day, many times throughout the day for about a month. It's been a year and a half. They haven't been on the radio since then. I called them the other day because I remember them and I remember what they were offering. Now I don't have their product anymore. I don't know what their product, if they changed their product or not. I just remember their logo and their statement, and their company name, which is Zero Res. So I called them up. It's been a year and a half, and they said,
Wow.
"Well, where did you hear from us?" And I told them the radio station. They were like, "That's a year and a half ago." I know, but that's how marketing works. You can market now and not see any results today. And then a year and a half from now, you get like 10 orders. You're like, where do these orders come from? Oh, it came from the advertisement you did a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And where you think it didn't work, but it did. People need time. They need time to make up their mind. They need time time pushes people to do different things. So
Mm-hmm.
constant advertising, that's why you see Geico everywhere. You see McDonald's everywhere. You see, the shopping malls everywhere. They always have to advertise because advertising is a thing that works later. You get the results later from the work you did today. It's a backwards thing.
Yeah, you're right. To add to what you're saying too, for those thinking of this, thinking it will be a quick result, a lot of people are still advertised, like those big companies that like you say, Geico. No matter, they've been here for a long time, and I'm sure they're
Yes,
making some good, profit, revenue, but they are still advertised. That should tell you that it's very, very important. You can never just stop. And sometimes when people see these things, they will not make the decision, like you say, right and then. It will be in the back of in their mind, and as time goes on, when the need will arise, they will remember your brand, and they will come back to
yes,
you, so like
yes,
you did with the other people. So yeah,
yes.
so that's definitely a good one. We do have a lot of people asking questions in the comment section, but let's go ahead and look at this one. There's this one that I really want us to address. It says, "Can you please give examples of the types of business that someone can start as a small business?" And I'm thinking, basically, she wants to know basically how the kind of small business owners that you work with.
I work with everybody. um,
Yeah.
a small business, an entrepreneur, and that's why I work with them, with this group specifically, because an entrepreneur or a small business owner, we are people that have our hands in many different pies, and we're feeling them all out. We're like an octopus. We just got our hands everywhere. We're filling them out. We're hoping that something clicks, that one will take off, and that'll be the one I make money with. The problem is, if you have your hands in so many pies, the only thing you do is leave a lot of fingerprints, and nothing ever really happens. So, what I do is I help people to narrow down two or three of the businesses that they have their hands in.
Mhm.
Help them to narrow it down to just two or three. And I know, we hear the gurus say, focus on one and make that one work. Where that's yesterday's yesterday's teaching. today with social media, with the advent of the internet, you can literally have three different businesses. They all work as one, but you have three separate businesses. Hence the reason why I have the businesses that I have, because they all work as one, but they're four separate businesses.
Mhm. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. So we're gonna move forward. The questions that we have in the comment section, we'll address them very soon, but we almost ran out of time, so we're gonna keep moving forward. So Mr. Max, I see in your bio that you have published books and ebooks on marketing and other topics. Do you have your own publishing company as well, adding to the TV network that you have?
I am going to make it a publishing company, yeah, because I keep pushing out ebooks. um, uh, so, and that brings me to what I was just talking about. Um, I publish books because the books are about um, learning how to market on the internet. I coach people on how to market on the internet and how to market on TV. Um, and I have a online school because some people don't want coaching. They just want to, hey, teach me what I need to know and let me do it on my own. So the online school is for those people. It's the same things that I coach on, but they want to learn it on their own. So go ahead to the school, learn what you need to learn, and when you're ready to get on TV, come on back. And so I have those four businesses, but they're all one thing, just how to market better, how to market your business, how to advertise your business. So that's what I'm focused on. And I realized that as an entrepreneur, the biggest headache, the worst problem that we all have is marketing. It isn't what product to get. It isn't the product that we have. It's how in the world do I get my product into and get people to know about my stuff so that they can purchase my stuff.
Mhm.
So that's where I focus at, marketing and advertising.
Oh, okay. So that's good because we did that. Small business owners, especially, I think, need advertising more. I don't know because
Yes.
a lot of people haven't heard about us, So we need it. So thank you so much for doing that. We have a question here that I want us to address, and she said, "How can you give a voice to Vent Time with Connie?" So basically, right? You say you work with any kind of small business owners. So for podcasters like me, like, do you actually, like, when you say you work with any kind, for us, like, how do you work with a podcaster like me?
Okay. Trying not to give away too many secrets here.
No
um,
problem.
okay, let's just go through your whole system. You have a website or a URL,
Hmm.
so you could market that URL on different platforms.
Yes.
And again, I'm not trying to give away secrets, so I'm going to just talk a little bit general on some terms. So you can
No
market your
problem.
URL on different platforms, not the show, not anything else, just your URL and your logo on different platforms, and you'll have many more people coming to watch your show. I mean, either see it or hear it. Um, and then there are some things you can do to make sure that when they do come to your website, that they are given material that they can either read, listen to, and homework to do, which is really good to do, to give people homework, because it means that homework with an end goal in mind that they're interested in is something that a lot of people don't do. They just, come to my website and buy my stuff. Maybe I'm just not ready to buy, but I go to your website. What's there for me if I'm not ready to buy?
Hmm.
So if you offer them something that will also give them homework to do, it keeps them engaged. And if they return the homework to you, you can offer them something in as a reward for doing that. You keep them engaged. Now they're interested. Now they see that you have some integrity because you gave them something for free. They responded back and you gave them something else for free. And now they're saying, oh, you know, Connie is, Connie is, she's engaging with me. She's talking me through things. She's helping me with something else. And she's doing stuff with me. And now they'll feel more comfortable purchasing whatever it is you have to offer. And then and we haven't even gotten to the TV.
Okay.
So then there's marketing on TV, taking your show, as you and I are here on video, taking that video and putting it on TV as a show. And then people can see your show. And those who are experts in their fields will contact you to be on your show. Because why would they do that? And that goes back to what I was saying earlier. They would do that because Connie is the expert. Connie is the one on TV. Connie is the one who's the authority in her niche because I've seen her on TV. And if I get to Connie, maybe I can get on TV too. Wow. And that's where the little magic happens.
So wow, that's where I will get would I be say some leads, for
yes, getting leads.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yes, and that's the other thing in my coaching I talk to people about, making sure that you are set up to get leads and that you actually know what to do with those leads when you get them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a big topic that people don't really know about or think about. But yeah, getting leads is one thing. Getting them, keeping them, and getting them engaged with your business is a whole topic. That's whole nother coaching problem.
Yes, like I mentioned at the beginning, people, their attention span is very low. So if you get them, they want to know, okay, what do you have to offer? You have to keep them, like you say. You have to keep them to keep coming and coming, which is a lot of work. But
it is a lot of work.
It is.
So the key is to make as much as you can automated.
Yes.
So you do the work once, and then it just flows for you from then on.
Okay. That's such a great advice. I'm telling you. I would definitely talk after this. That's such a great advice. But we are coming to the end of this insightful conversation. Just to close, Max, what advice can you provide to small business owners aspiring to expand their business by looking into broadcasting marketing?
All right. This is the promotional part?
No, basically an advice, encouragement for them.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Advice. Think outside the box. The box isn't written yet. Don't think that, don't think just because you see what somebody else does and you think that they're ahead of you or bigger than you, that they're doing everything that there is to do. It's not true. A lot of us copy other people that came before us and not realizing that because of the internet, things are changing every single day. Don't put a lid on what you think can happen. The technology is out there, and just think bigger. How can I get over there, wherever over there is for you and your business? The reason why I have the TV network is because when the part of my story I didn't get a chance to share was that, and I know we're running out of time, so I'll talk fast. I got sick when I came to Arizona. I got real sick. Doctors thought I was going to die. And it was liver and kidneys and lungs, and I'm still suffering from sinus problems now. But I got really, really sick, and I was out of the marketplace for over 2 years. No, sorry, take that back. 5 years. I was out of business 5 years. So when I was coming back to business, when I knew I was getting well enough to be able to do some work and actually earn money, I had to figure out, what am I going to do? What's out here? I didn't know what was out there anymore because I was so sick I couldn't pay attention to nothing. So I did my homework. I looked to see what other people who are doing what I used to do, what are they doing now? And I wrote all that down, and I said, well, if this is all that they're doing, now I want to know what is there that they're not doing. Where can I go that they can't? Or where can I go that they have not gone? And that's why TV popped up, because nobody is on TV. Nobody can get you on TV. And that's why I got to TV, because nobody can do it. And when I got to TV, Tyler Perry came out and said, "Hey, I just bought all this land." Okay, well, you upstaged me a whole lot. but but still, that is how you got to think. Where can I go that nobody else has gone? Kind of Star Trek thinking. Where can I go that no one else has gone before? And how can I make that work for me? That's my advice. Don't put a ceiling on anything that you want to do. Just keep asking that question. Part of being an entrepreneur is learning how to ask the right questions. And asking the right question as an entrepreneur is not who, not when, where, why. The question that every entrepreneur has to always ask: how? How can I make more money? How can I get seen more? How can I? You keep asking hows. Your brain doesn't know reality from fake. Your brain will give you answers that you would never even think of. You'll be like, "What? Where did that come from?" Because you started asking how. How can I get more out of whatever I am doing? How can I find more people? How can I? And your brain's going to give you answers. And so am I, as soon as I can get to the promotional parts.
No problem. You will very soon. So, guys, we have come to the end of this discussion, and before we go some time, we'll talk about my website. We do have a website, Venttimewithconnie podcast.com. So make sure you go check it out. We do have a lot of merch product for you to purchase. Okay. And you can also donate to the podcast as little as you can. It will be greatly appreciated. Okay. So we're gonna move forward. So Mr. Max, a little bird told me that you have a new project that you cannot wait to share with us. Okay, so go ahead, tell us what is the project about, and how can we get in contact with you?
Okay. So, as I said during this whole podcast, I had to narrow down the niche that I'm working with. All right. So, the niche that I'm going to be working with, that I'm working with right now, is Black small business owners. And I'm almost scared to tell you all. Starting in November 1st, so you have time to get it all done. November 1st, the Buy Black Home Shopping Network will be on TV. It will be on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV. The Buy Black Home Shopping Network.
Wow.
What that is because we are all stuck at home, Christmas, Black Friday, Halloween, it's all coming. It's here. Since we
Yes.
are all stuck at home, here's what I'm offering everybody. You sit at home, sit in front of your computer or your camera, talk about the products that you have, the services that you are offering. You get between 30 minutes and 45 minutes to get it all out. Make your own infomercial. And then you come to ToliverTVNetwork.com. That's my website. And you sign up for the package that is appropriate for your product and services. So, Ms. Connie, you would be on the package that is for Buy Black Professional Services.
Okay.
Okay, and so we have Buy Black Children's Services, Buy Black Home Care, Buy Black Hair Care, Buy Black Personal Care, Buy Black Skin Care, and Buy Black Clothing. So anybody that fits any of those categories, and most people will either fit those categories or professional services. So if you are interested in getting your product, your services on TV, you can now do that with the Buy Black Home Shopping Network. And the drum roll, It's only $50 a month.
I wish I have a sound effect, but no.
It's only $50 a month.
Wow.
See,
That's
I'm
good.
hoping I'm scaring people now because they're probably going, that can't be. I'm giving it to everybody for $50 a month. And we're going to develop our own shopping network. That's it.
Wow. That's that's beautiful. That's creative too. Innovative. Like I would never think of it that way. And I forgot about the Black Friday thing is coming up and
Yeah.
the coronavirus hit. So I don't think anybody wants to line up in a rush,
Yeah, right. Be
that
in line. No, no, it's not. No.
yeah, I
But
don't
we're
yeah.
offering that. It's going to be it's not just for Christmas or this time of year. We're going to keep it going.
Mhm.
We're going to
Wow.
keep it going year round. So we'll just add more and more and more and more stores on there, more and more people, more and more entrepreneurs. And we will have a presence online, on TV, and of course it'll go online too. We're developing a website on that too, on the same Buy Black Home Shopping Network. So it will be on TV, it'll be on the website, it'll be online, and your product, your services, and you, the one marketing it, it will go across all the platforms all at one time. And I'm doing my best to make sure I can almost guarantee people a bunch of sales, because now not just you won't have just the online shopping malls that we have, in our community. You'll have your own TV presence online also.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's beautiful. Wow. So you say 30 minutes info commercial. So
Uh-huh.
like just talk about your product, your brand, so you
Yeah.
can and then submit it and pay monthly $50 and it will be running you will run that commercial, that info commercial for a month, the whole month of the
Yeah.
person paying, right?
Well, it's online, it's on TV, so it will stay there. Streaming TV. So
Yeah.
it's streaming TV. So once it's up, and it will stay there, and it will just keep playing. And when people come to Buy Black Professional Services, they'll see Connie's website up there and Connie's video talking about what she does and how they can get on her show and how they can build their network and build their authority. And they'll be, wow, Connie is the girl to go to because she's the only one on there with a podcast. She must be the authority in her niche.
Hmm.
See how
Okay.
it works? It's a mindset. So we're getting the small business owners or not past, but we're getting the small business owners to elevate their business to the mindset of the masses.
Yes. Okay. Wow, that's awesome. I would definitely check it out. And guys, please do check it out too. And it say the website is what? By Black business owner.
Oh, the website's not up yet. We're developing it. Everything goes
Okay.
live November 1st. So you have between now and November 1st to get your commercial, not commercial, your infomercial done. Uh,
Mhm.
Make sure it says everything you want it to say. Make sure your URL is at the bottom throughout the whole entire video, because that's how people are going to find you. So as you're talking, they can hear everything and they can write down your URL. And then when you finish, they can go online, either on their phone or on their tablet or on their computer, and check out your products and services.
Okay. That's
So
cool.
this is an opportunity that we have never had before.
Yes. And thank you guys so much for having this opportunity, especially for small business owners, because we need that. So yeah, I would definitely check it out. Definitely be submitting mine. And guys, please do so. And Max, where can people reach you? What your email, the website you would like them to reach you?
Okay, so the website again is ToliverTVNetwork.com. And if you can't spell Toliver, don't worry about it. Here's a shorter one: TTVN, Thomas Victor Nancy, TTVN.TV. It'll bring you to the same website, TTVN.TV. or you can email me at admin@Toliver TV Network. That's admin@Toliver TV Network. And Toliver is spelled Toliv as in Victor, ER. Admin@Toliver TV Network.com. And I'll be glad to send you out what we have on the project right now. We're getting everything set up. We're moving as fast as we can because we know this is going to be really big, but we have to plan it out so that because it's going to be big and we're expecting a bunch of people to join up on every single channel, because each one of those titles I gave you are each a different channel. So we have to make sure that we are ready to receive all the people that want to advertise their business. So we're very excited about this. If you have any questions at all, feel free to email me at admin@Toliver TV Network. Check out my website at ToliverTVNetwork.com or ttvn.tv, and I'll be glad to answer any questions you have.
Okay, that's good. So, guys, make sure you do. And those that are listening on the podcast, don't worry, we'll have all the links on the episode of this, the description of this episode that you're listening to right now. We'll have our guest email, the website, so you can go check it out. Okay. For those that are watching us on the live stream, I have it on the screen, and please make sure you go check him out because he do got a lot of good stuff, you know. And thank you.
Oh, well, thank you all so much for joining us. It was my pleasure to talk to you, and I'm so happy to be able to tell you all about my story and to share with you what I've done. And I hope that you all get a chance to um, reach out to me when you can, and also reach out and support Miss Connie with Vent Time with Connie's podcast. No, Vent Time with Connie podcast.com. And Miss Connie, I'm going to hand it back over to you.
Sure, no problem. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Max, for stopping by on the show. And our conversation today, I believe, will resonate to so many lives. And I pray anyone listening or watching this will absorb this knowledge and wisdom. And hopefully you capitalize on it. You know, you just don't absorb this knowledge and just keep it to yourself and don't do anything about it. Make sure you go out there and go check out Mr. Maxwell Toliver's website and go check it out. And if you are a small business owner, it doesn't hurt to do an info commercial and submit it when it's November 1st. So you never know, you know, just keep putting yourself out there, putting your brand out there. Don't give up. You know, there's nothing like too much advertisements. No. So just keep trying and make sure you check out Mr. Maxwell's website. Okay. I'm gonna have it on the description of this episode, and it's also on the description of this live stream. So definitely go check it out. So on behalf of myself and my audience, it's a great pleasure having you on the show, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's
You
good.
have a great
Okay,
day.
guys. You too. Bye bye. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. It was such a great. I had such a great time talking to Mr. Maxwell, and I hope you guys do too. I hope you guys did learn a lot of things. So we're gonna sign out. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button, please. If you're not watching us on YouTube, head over to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is Ventown with Connie Podcast. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel because we're trying to grow our YouTube subscribers. Okay, and go check out the rest of other videos that we have released already. And please, if you're watching on Facebook, once we are done on this live stream, make sure you share this live stream so a lot of people will get to watch it. Okay, guys. So all our social medias is in the description of this video, and follow us on Facebook at Ventown with Connie and on Instagram at Ventown with Connie. So it was a great time. I had a great time talking to, chatting with my guests and also chatting with you guys, those that commented. And you do have a great, wonderful rest of your day, your weekend. And this is your host, Connie, signing out. Bye bye.